my name is Anna Castle. I work for Castle & Associates, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about making an offer. After you found a home that you really love, it's time to make an offer. So the first step in making an offer is figuring out the price that you're willing to pay for the home. Ask your broker to conduct a CMA for you. A CMA is a competitive market analysis, and it's an estimate in the home's current market value that you're looking at based off of similar sold properties around the area. Keep in mind that the CMA will take into account different factors of the comparable home, such as size, location, date, all of those things into finding the correct price for the estimated value of the home you're looking at. After your broker has finished conducting the CMA and you guys have talked about a price you're willing to pay for your new home, you need to make sure that there aren't any contingencies you need to add to your offer. An example of a contingency would be a certain time period for the home inspection or making sure to review all the bylaws and financial paperwork of the HOA. After you've figured out your contingencies, it's time to figure out how much earnest money you want to put down. Earnest money is an initial deposit to the seller that shows good faith in the purchase. So pretty much in simple terms, it shows the seller that you're serious about the deal. Earnest money is typically 1 to 3% of the selling price of the home, but the more earnest money you offer, the more likely it is that the seller is going to take your offer. Your earnest money will then be put into an escrow account where it will be held until later and then applied to your down payment at the closing. So after you've figured out your asking price and also the amount of earnest money you want to put down, it's time to make your offer. Your broker will then help you fill out the purchasing contract. The purchasing contract includes a lot of the nuts and bolts of the real estate transaction, including the offer that you make, specifications about your loan, the home inspection, all the duties to each party throughout the real estate transaction, and many other things. I will admit the contract is quite long and a bit tricky, but don't worry, your realtor will help you navigate the entire contract and fill everything out. After you've submitted the purchasing contract, it's time to move on to the next step. The last step in the offering process is negotiation. But let's say that you put your offer in and the seller accepted it. Congratulations, you're on your next step to purchasing your new dream home. But let's say that the seller rejected your offer. What you can do is you can either move on and look for a different property, or you can submit another offer if the seller is still accepting offers. But let's say that the seller comes back with a counteroffer. If the counteroffer is reasonable, you can sign off on it and you're on your next step to buying a new home. But let's say that the counteroffer is asking for way too much money or something that you physically cannot do. You can reject the counteroffer and you can continue looking for a new home, or you can write up your own counteroffer, send that off to the seller, and see if they accept that. But let's say that the seller doesn't like your counteroffer either and they write another counteroffer and send it back to you. Legally, this back and forth can go on as many times as the parties would like, but generally what happens is either one of the party accepts the counteroffer or one of the party totally rejects it and you guys need to move on and find a different property. But crossing your fingers, let's say that one of the parties accepts the counteroffer, you're now on your next step of buying your new home. Please do keep in mind though, if the seller writes you a counteroffer, it is totally up to you whether you want to accept the counteroffer, reject the counteroffer, or counter the counteroffer. After the seller and the buyer have settled on an offer, it's time for the next step, which is a home inspection. I'm not going to be covering home inspections in this video, but I do have another video up that explains that, so I hope to see you there. Thank you so much for watching. This is going to be the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys later. Bye!